day here from sunny England. Today on my channel, Bowls, Theory of Everything, bowls in your home. So, how to practice lawn bowls at home. Home bowls drills improve without leaving the house. Bowls training at home, tips, demos, setups. Hang on, you'll stop me here and say, I don't have the facilities or the space at home. I live in a small flat. I share my house with 4 other people. Well, I will show you how you can do it. But first, why is it a good idea to practice your bowls at home? I've got 7 reasons here. Time factor, distance to travel to the club and back, maybe changing your clothes too. Need to be at home. For example, you're working at home, your children are at home. You want to try something new in your technique and not be embarrassed that everyone at the club is looking strangely at what you're doing and putting you off, so you can't concentrate. Fourthly, you don't actually need a full-size rink to practice a lot of the techniques. From here, it's easier to get a movie of yourself like I'm doing today. My partner's got the iPhone, my wife's got my phone, and you can use a full-length mirror to check yourself to see if your delivery looks straight and you're balanced. Your club rink may be booked, fully booked, and you don't know whether it's booked or not, or you're bowling out of season and it's not even open. Finally, you can wear any clothes you like. You don't have to wear a club shirt or bowl shoes even. Where to bowl at home. I'll show you 3 places, but please let me know if you found others that you can work out at home. So, firstly, in the garden. It gives you an outdoor feel that the outdoor game has. And you can literally set the thing up as I've done here, and I'll show you later. In the garage. Over in the garage, gives you an indoor feel, and I'll show you later how we can bowl in the garage. One of my first videos was in the garage. Any flat area in your home that's got a carpet or hard surface you can put an old bit of carpet down on at a length of say 4 meters, and I'll show you that when I do the demonstrations inside. So what can we practice at home? Well, there's lots of things. There's bowling with the straight arm and the firm wrist. You can check on the film whether you've got it right. You can check in the mirror whether you're getting it right. The reflection staring back at you. You'll soon know if you're not getting that arm in line. Avoid bowl wobble. So you can see if even over 3 meters, if that bowl wobbles, you can see it straight away. Or if it's not in a straight line for the jack, when it hits the ground, it's going to wobble like that. The correct line, if the first 4 meters is the correct line, then you can bowl 30 meters with the correct line. So you can get the correct work on your line at home as well. Bumping. You can make sure you're getting down and delivering smoothly, so you can get down to that position, not that position, or not over, or not throwing it up like that. You can work on that. In fact, you can practice everything except length. But that's a separate issue for which I have a video, but you can correct everything else, work on it at home. It's great, no distractions. I'll start first with the garden, and I've set up here, we've got part patio and part lawn. I could just bowl on the lawn, but I've shown you what I can do with an old bit of rubbery mat. You can use any carpet, anything that's going to stop you chipping your bowl. So I've got another mat here which represents a mat, so I've got about 6 meters here to play in. And the sort of things you're going to have to do is what I've outlined before, is to first of all practice your bowling straight. So I've put a tennis ball down there and you just bowl normally, and I've put a mat on the wall so your bowl isn't going to be chipped, and you just bowl as you would normally bowl and see how close you get to that jack. First straight on. So my aim is correct, but you can work on that. You can work on that. The second thing to work out is whether you're wobbling or not, and I think that bowl's all right. But one thing I've done to look at that wobble is I bowled here and then frozen my delivery. So I go like this, and then if you put that down, that should be lined up. A bit like when a golfer lines up his golf ball for the hole, they've got little lines on their ball. If that ball at your release point is pointing straight and not pointing sideways like that, if your bowl is pointing that, then you know it's not going to wobble. And you can adjust it, so if you come down here and you see there at that point that it's not parallel with your line, then you know you've got to adjust that position in your hand until you've done it. And I did that years ago. I adjusted it, so I know now where I need to be to get that straight line. So that's line, that's grip, and adjustment of grip. And another one is bumping. So can you avoid the bumping? Well, you'll know whether you're bumping on here, it's on concrete, but again, you're just practicing that you're not over bowling, under bowling. Make sure you're getting all right, getting down as low as possible. That was smooth, and you can practice all these things on the mat time and time again. You've got no getting off the rink, no rink fees even. It's great. You just got to work out something in your garden. Improvise, that was the word. Improvise something that doesn't damage your bowls. You can get a decent run there. So that's what you can do in the garden. I'll now move over to the indoors. I'll take my bowls mat with me. Front door mat. It's an excellent looking bowls mat though. And come into the garden into the garage with me. So maybe a typical garage, exercise equipment, ladders, gardening equipment, but hopefully you've got enough space just to bowl 4 meters down. And what I always do, I set the mat, I've got some bags of wood down there, so in front of it I put some cloths just so it cushions the bowl. So it's the same principle. Just put a ball somewhere in the middle to represent the jack, and you're trying exactly the same thing. And because it's a short distance, you should be pretty close to that tennis ball, which is a jack. Bear in mind that 6 times that distance is going to be 6 times a variation, so you need to be quite close to that jack. So don't be afraid to put the pace on it. So straight on. And that's the sort of speed you'd get indoors. You can practice that. I'll bring the bowl up with me now and practice all the other things. Practice that you're getting it straight, practice the bumping, practice the line. You can do all that. Practice till you get that right. Okay, so that's the second one. The third one I'm going to show you is indoors. So I'll see you in a minute. Here I am indoors, and conventional kitchen, hard flooring. Again, you need to get mats, carpets, anything to soften it, and then put something to cushion the bowl when it hits the end of the room here. So this is 4 meters, and if you can extend it even more, we've got a threshold here so it wouldn't work. And, the lounge through there you could use, and you can use a hallway. We've got a hall here. It's a bit of a chicane shaped place, so it's probably not as easy, but some people's halls are quite long. Even if they're narrow, it doesn't matter. So hall's a possibility. I'm going to show you one more place now, which is up on our landing. Here I am upstairs. Now, you can use your bedroom if it's large enough, but quite often the landing is a long straight strip. So I've just set up a mirror there, and you can see that I can bowl the action without actually bowling it. I can bowl it, I can put pillows down at the bottom and bowl it, but it's just as good to try the delivery, and you can check in the mirror whether you're getting it dead straight, you're not tilting the bowl, you can check that you've got low enough, you can see everything that you want to see about yourself. You don't realise what you're doing until you see something yourself doing it. Another thing you can do is to film it. You can get a tripod and fix the mirror up, but even better if you can get your partner to film it like lovely Angela's doing here, and she does all my videos. And if you can get that done, you get a real feel to it as well. So that's the third demonstration about indoors bowling, but you've probably got many other little places you can work out. Give it a go and let me have your comments. So practice, apart from in those places I've shown you, you can practice just stability drills. So you can practice stepping smoothly without overbalancing. You can do that anywhere at any time. You don't need the bowl even, but that's another thing, a drill you can try. And you can actually, trying to get the line, you can put sticks down, but I just prefer to get the line by bowling at a point. Well, what to wear? Well, I've said already, you can wear anything, but I put a proviso on that. I do like to wear a lot of the things that I'd have in a match. So it'll feel different otherwise. So I tend to put my club shirt on and my bowl shoes. So for example, your ordinary shoes may be different. The bowl shoes are flat. So any little thing that's different could throw you out. So try and replicate it as much as you can, even though you're not on a full-size rink. Using your iPhone, I've just said that, Angela's doing that here. And if you can get someone to video and look through, and you should be able to pick up what you're doing and pick up little things you would never see otherwise. So to sum up, you don't need a green to improve your game. Just a bit of space, a bit of creativity, and the will to practice. Practice, practice. I did a lot of that when I was young, and it certainly pays off. But practice the good things, practice to improve. So thanks very much for watching once again. Please subscribe, and then you'll get notification of my next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.